Welcome back to the Suburban Ford 7 Sports Cave. It is now time to ask the analyst. We have you guys go on to Twitter, use the hashtag 7 Sports Cave. We can talk Spartans, we can talk Wolverines, we can talk whatever you want. But the guy who's monitoring it all is standing by in the production room. Mike Foss, what's up, man? How you doing? Happy New Year.
Very happy New Year to all of you. And yeah, Spartans, Wolverines, obviously a big week for both schools and dominating the conversation on Twitter. Let's get to it, what people are saying on Twitter using the hashtag 7SportsCave. Michigan MLive beat writer Nick Baumgartner pointing something out during the NFL playoff game last night with Jim Harbaugh showing up on the sideline with his brother and on the Baltimore sideline, saying, how many times did Michigan get free recruiting advertising tonight when that playoff broadcast showed or mentioned Jim Harbaugh? A couple of Spartan comments here. Jeff says Cook's ability to put bad throws and bad plays behind him and perform in the clutch is a very underrated skill. And Michael here, question for Keith. What does MSU and Mark D'Antonio need to do in the offseason to be a top 5 team again next year?
All right, well, let's start with the first one about Harbaugh being on the sideline last night for the Steelers-Ravens game. That Harbaugh brand, I mean, he has that NFL experience now. He obviously did what he did with Stanford. But, I mean, how much is that his name just going to resonate with kids?
Well, because, you know, I'm an objective journalist and professional, but it did bring a smile to my face when I saw Jim Harbaugh there with the block M. But the thing that was really weird, which is another issue here, is the NFL made him take off his Michigan jacket. Not because he had a block M on it. It was because it was an Adidas jacket, and you can only wear Nike on the NFL sidelines. Yeah. So, you know, I thought that was kind of weird. But, you know, they showed him a lot. And how can it not help? You know, there you have NBC. You know, it's the only game in town going on. If you're a football fan, if you're, you know, a high school kid, you see Jim Harbaugh sitting there with his brother who's coaching an upset. I mean, hey, It goes a long way. I don't know how good the class is going to be. I think they have 11 spots open, but next year the class is supposedly huge, like 26, 27. Yeah. That's when you may see it.
Yeah. And we talk about national perception, right? So everybody's looking at the Big Ten. You could feel that the Big Ten got a lift as soon as he was hired. Right. Everybody's excited to see him come in. And I think, of course, it is a little bit of free recruiting. Kids around the country saying, okay, Jim Harbaugh's got some momentum going. Maybe I'm going to go give him a better chance and see if I want to check it out there a little more.
Got to talk MSU real quick.
What's D'Antonio have to do?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I want to hit on.
You know, to get back to be a top 5 team, I think they're going to have to find a way to get that secondary back. Trey Waynes is leaving now, filling that void. I mean, when Darqueze Dennard left, they had to fill that void. Trey Waynes filled that void. Now he's leaving. They're going to have to turn that back over. I think getting Harlan Barnett into a rhythm as soon as possible for that defense. And I think the development of Connor Cook, he's going to have to take another step up, with Tony Lippett and Keith Mumphrey and these guys leaving. And that O-line's got to take a step up, too, with losing some seniors. So everybody, the next man up, right? I think is that Kansas City's deal, or is that the Arizona Cardinals deal, the next man up? So they're going to have to do the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, stick around. We're going to talk a lot about the Lions. They got a little bit of a big game today themselves.
I hope so, I hope they do it.
We'll be talking about that in the 2-minute drill. And we got a little bit of fun coming up later. We'll tease that now. We won't tell you quite exactly what it is when the Suburban Ford 7 Sports Cave continues.